There are many different types of marketing videos you can make and a lot of different length requirements, both for what the platform requires and also the audience's willingness to watch. Let's talk about how long your marketing videos should be and our secret hack on how you can create content for all of your platforms at once. If you're making an ad for any platform, you want to keep it under 60 seconds. Ideally, it's going to be more like 10 to 30 seconds max. You want to keep these extremely concise and only say what's the most important things to say. You want to think of these as more of a traditional type of ad where you're going to script out, you're going to have B-roll, you're going to want to make it really dynamic and interesting, something that's going to capture people's attention. People don't really like watching ads anymore, right? Like think about how often you see skip an ad and you're like, yes, I get to skip this because I really don't want to watch it. So if you are going to create an ad, keep it short, simple, and to the point so that people are more likely to stop and watch. For Instagram Reels, your videos can be up to 60 seconds, and this allows for you to be a little bit more conversational, but you still want to be pretty concise. 60 seconds is actually a lot longer than you might think, but if you get a little bit too far out there, then you could run out of time and never really say what you wanted to say. So make sure, again, you get straight to the point right at the beginning, get that message across right away so that people get that, and then you have a little bit of buffer time to be a little fun and conversational. TikTok, on the other hand, you can do up to a 3-minute video. I wouldn't suggest doing a 3-minute video unless it's something really compelling. Of course, you see it all the time, right? Where people are like, come back for part 2. If you can do it in one video, please do it in one video. Nobody likes a part 2. That is just the worst. So in that case, yes, use your full 3 minutes if you really need 3 minutes to tell a story. But again, people's attention spans are short, and unless something is super compelling, then I'm not going to watch your full 3 minutes. I'm probably going to scrub through till the very end if it's some sort of reveal, or I'm going to scroll on to the next video. So I would still keep in mind that, 60-second idea. If it needs to be longer, if it is a really compelling TikTok, then sure, use that 3 minutes. But just because you have it doesn't mean you should use all 3 minutes. On YouTube, you can really go crazy and make very long videos. But again, there is kind of a general idea of how long a YouTube video should be. We suggest making it about 7 to 12 minutes. This allows for you to be really conversational, which is great. You get to show your personality, you get to explain a lot more, you get to go into a lot more depth. But you want to be careful as to not, again, go off into la la land. You don't want to go off onto these really long tangents. It's going to lose your audience. Everything is about keeping people interested, keeping them watching. 7 to 12 minutes is a great length for multiple reasons. 7 minutes is not too long if you have something really interesting to say, but it still allots for you to be able to, go into great detail. If you go past the 10-minute mark, then YouTube is able to put a second ad in your video, which allows you to make more money when you monetize. So that's why we suggest going a little bit longer. But again, don't go to 12 minutes just to go to 12 minutes. Speak for as long as you need to, but still be concise. Don't just ramble because you like to hear yourself speak. Still have a general, concise idea of what you want to say and only give what is valuable to your viewer. Podcasts, of course, anywhere from 30 to 60 minutes. These are super conversational. They can be a lot more free form. You can get a little off into la la land, and that's okay. Personally, I don't love listening to podcasts because it annoys me when they start talking about something random. I want them to be at the point. But my husband absolutely loves them, and he laughs at me because I'm like, what are they even talking about? Can we get to, the subject at hand already? Like, who cares about all this other stuff? And he's like, that's part of a podcast. So people do enjoy that. I don't personally enjoy that. It annoys me, but you are allowed to be a little bit more tangent-y and, kind of more conversational in that form. If you're wanting to create content for multiple platforms all at once and not have to say, okay, well, I got to make a 60-second Instagram video, and then I have to go over and make a 7 to 12 minute YouTube video, and then I got to make my podcast, and then, There is a way that you can do all of this all at once, and it's really easy, and it's one of my favorite things I've ever discovered. Whatever platform is going to be your longest form content, make that first. If you're going to create a podcast, film it at the same time that you're recording it so that you have that video that you can use. You could put that on YouTube. You could chop it up. Let's say you do an hour-long podcast, chop it up into 3 separate YouTube videos or even more than that. Then you have 3 videos that can go out or 6 videos that can go out on your YouTube channel. Now take those and chop them up even smaller into 1-minute bites that you can put on Instagram and TikTok. If you're not wanting to do a podcast, but you want to do a YouTube channel, same thing. Start with your 7 to 12 minute long video, chop it up into 3 to 7, 60-second segments that you can then go out and post on Instagram and TikTok. Basically, you just always want to be thinking about how you can use your content in multiple ways so that you're not stressed about the fact that how am I going to manage creating a TikTok account and a YouTube channel and run my Instagram? You can create all of this in one day at one time and then just repurpose it. We are putting out a ton of other videos just like this, so make sure that you like and subscribe. And as a final note, I would love to know in the comment section below, if you're going to watch content, what's your favorite platform? What's your favorite length of content? And what's your one thing that you will always scroll past or click to the next video if somebody does that? As always, we are your video allies. You have got this, we've got your back, and we cannot wait to see what kind of content you create.